Greetings from a dark West Cork. It's about 8 o'clock on a Thursday evening, I think. I've been sick all week. We're like really sick. I won't go into details, but there's no bueno. Claire did a sterling job on our shower. You can see bits of it there. We are letting the grout, the adhesive dry just for the extra day. We shall grout tomorrow. Tonight, we are waiting for somebody to come who may be able to give us some assistance. So we won't say any more till we know what's what. In the meantime, while we're waiting, the next job after the shower is the upstairs floorboards. So we're putting down structural OSB. This is quite thick, it's 18mm. We want to do this to strengthen the floorboards. Now, if you look here, a lot of these floorboards have been repaired. This would have been in the way back when. They're not particularly attractive, like. They're not awful, but they're just not something to spend a lot of time and effort fixing, you know? You have weird things like this. We've had floorboards all our life, so we don't have any particular desire to have floorboards in this build. But what we do really like the look of is OSB and getting it somewhat a kind of a satin finish on it, or a glossy finish. We are going to try this OSB to strengthen the floor because it is weak in front of the windows, but we don't want to replace the joists. So using structural OSB like this will spread the load across multiple joists, so it's not just one that's weak in front of the windows. We'll actually use 3 or 4 that are strong to strengthen the one that's weak. At least that's the theory. We'll have to see if it works out. Yeah, so these are tongue and groove. They're 18mm. We have very thin insulation, and we are going to lay this down just so dust and stuff and light will stop dropping down below, because currently you can see between. You can also hear everything. This will just give that tiny little bit of air tightness for the downstairs, so whoever the guest is downstairs won't hear Ashton's room above. And at the other side, when we're in the Snug, we won't be hearing Kira. I'm not sure how much more we're going to do tonight, but this will be the next job when the shower is done. So I expect a little bit of this floor work, and then back to the shower, then back to the floor, and back to the shower. And when we finished the bathroom and the shower space, I'll probably start building the frames.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's here. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Evening, folks. Friday night. December now, kind of halfway towards Christmas, and the rush is on to get the bathroom done. Last night we abruptly ended with you because we had a visitor. We've been trying to find an electrician that would work with us and allow us to do as much of the wiring as was both agreeable to them but also legal. Of course, everything has to be compliant, has to be all signed off. So we had the electrician out last night. He's maybe about the 6th or 7th one that was recommended, because everyone's just so busy, and this guy was crazy busy as well, so he was quite happy for us to do a little bit. He told us what he wanted from us, he told us what he expected, and he'll be back in a few months to finish off. He's just up the road, so he's available for any issues that we could have. So with that, I think we're going to start to do a little bit more wiring and try and get things a bit better, or a bit more along. But first, we need to finish off the bathroom. Second, we need to do upstairs. But then we'll be doing a lot of the wiring and trying to lay out where we want things to go. This Rooney down here, she keeps going. She likes playing with plastic bottles. She likes the noise that they make. But sometimes she looks for drink bottles that are not quite ready to be turned into toys yet. Anyway, Claire is coming home from Cork. She was working up in Cork today, and I didn't want to start the recording without her because she's going to continue with what she was doing the last few nights. However, I started to wait for her, and I said, look, I'll just drop one piece of plasterboard and then that's it. And then I had to continue the membrane or the vapor barrier, and then I said I'll just do one more vapor barrier, And now I'm just about to cut some plasterboard fit up here. And it's like, right, that's a whole video. So I need to record it. And when Clare comes home, we'll think about what's to be done then. But I think what we want to do also is to grout in here tonight with a view to maybe the weekend we might be able to use this shower. So I'll continue with this, and when Clare comes back we might throw it on time lapse and she may want to continue with the tiling. I don't know, will I put the frame up for the shower door? I don't know, I'll think about it. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick update before I moved along too quick, and I'll see you later. Good evening, folks. Still Friday evening, except the time is half 11. Another late one. I thought these days were behind us, but it's just because Clare got into such a groove for the grout. I mean, it's a work of art, to be fair. Wouldn't you say, Clare?
It's just we wanted to have it done as soon as possible, and if we have to leave it dry. We kind of need to do it. We had planned to do it, really, hadn't we?
We had, yeah. But still, I can't believe, like, the tiles. Like, we didn't spend a lot of time looking. We kind of looked at B&Q and we looked at the clearance section and we got some.
We didn't look in a shop at all.
No, it was all online.
We don't do any on. We don't ever go to a shop.
This is like the online renovation. But I have to say, I'm fairly impressed with those tiles now. They look superb. And the mosaic, I wasn't too sure, but once the grout went into them, it really brightens them up. They were quite dark or something previously, weren't they?
Yeah, I suppose the adhesive underneath them.
So yes, it's late. We're taking a bit more time than we thought, and this still needs to be sponged down just to get the excess grout off. I'll do that in a minute. I'll let Clare have a shower. What I did was I put this plasterboard up. Hopefully we're close to testing the water pipes. Probably should have done it before the plasterboard, but hey ho. I did plasterboard behind here all the way up to the corner, and I did the plasterboard, not this, actually behind it, all the way up to the roof and over the door frame. I bought a PAM router because I don't know if you watch them. Can I get past you there?
Jeremy and Melissa.
Exactly, yeah. Jeremy and Melissa from Good Simple Living. Yeah, we've been watching them for a while, but Jeremy does this thing where he just puts the board up. Granted, I think he did zip board, or it's kind of like a chipboard, but I thought I saw him do the plasterboard, and he has a bit on a router, and so he cuts it in place. So I thought this was a brilliant idea, so I went and I actually bought you can't see it there, but I bought a DeWalt battery router to do this job, and feckin' hell, guys, it was snowing.
Yeah, a mess.
It was ridiculously messy to try and cut plasterboard with a router, and then we got Henry the Hoover to clean it all up afterwards. It was hilarious. So yeah, we got the airtight tape up. Wanted to test that. We got the vapor barrier all around. We just need to put some electrics up here and a vent, and on the outside then we need to put some switches, and the bathroom should be good to go. It'll be great. It'll be a relief once this bathroom is done and we can get back to the main build, Clare, eh?
What's the main build, huh?
Kids' bedrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Getting our snuggie for Christmas. I'd say there are two main goals for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Anything to add there, Clare?
No.
This.
I don't think you should be putting grout in with your fingers, but
It's grout in with whatever works.
it's around
This is our rock.
our sacred rock. Oh, we forgot to grout under there.
Oh, under where?
Shite. Underneath the tile.
Are they your good jeans, Clare?
Yep.
Clare is in her city clothes.
I was in the city all day. Then I went to Kinsale to see my mom. And now I'm spending all night doing it.
Do you want to give a shout out to Ruth, Clare? She'd be mighty impressed.
Oh,
She'd be
yes.
a celebrity.
My mum will be tucked up in bed watching me on her phone. Won't you, Mum?
Yes, we have all our family now watching. We weren't sure for a while, like once we were kind of starting and we had no followers, maybe it was a bit of an embarrassment, but now we have a couple of hundreds. They're all on board. I'm handy doing narration on my projects, Claire. I'm not very good at narrating yours. Have you anything to add?
Yeah, it's taken me, what, a week to do this, I suppose, from start to finish.
By start, do you mean
slow.
the...
Tiling.
Oh, tiling, you don't mean laying the pan.
Oh no, Rob did that.
Thanks. I get a little bit of credit for this.
Laying the pan.
Yeah.
I thought the pan was the toilet.
No, the shower pan.
The shower. Everything's called a pan. Anyway, yeah, the pan. I didn't make the pan. Rob made the pan.
It's a good pan.
So if it doesn't drain, you know whose fault it is.
The best thing.
But if the shower leaks, I kind of have to take responsibility.
If the shower leaks, how do you figure that?
Through the walls.
Did you do the tanking or did I do the tanking?
I did. You did one. I did two. We did 2 coats. Now I'm.
But that adds up to 3, Claire.
Because I'm.
Oh my god.
No, as in you did the first, I did the second. I gotta have a wash.
All right.
See you later, dudes. Shower and bed.
Right. I am going to try and clean up this a little bit. I have a bucket of water, which actually has a fair bit of grout at the bottom. Should be ground. And what I do is I try and give this a bit of a clean. Actually, you know what? I need to get clean water. That is no bueno. Hang on a sec. Right, dudes and dudettes. It's like 5 to midnight. Jacket on. Out in the lashing rain to get a bucket of water in my Crocs, in my safety pants, and a sponge. So I can use a very kind of clean and kind of damp sponge to go over these mosaics and just scoop up any surplus grout. If I leave it like this, the grout will actually go hard and it'll be like a layer, and you'll have to scrape off each one individually. So as I said, that is no bueno. It's alright. Let's give it a look. If you try and do this before it's dried, it's going to be useless. You should be able to do something like that, can you see? If you use your thumb nail to take it off, so maybe that'll work actually. Alright. Get the Vasa out. And I think Claire started at the back. Damn, there's a lot of water in there. So I will take it across. Yeah, that's working actually. However, I need 2 hands. This is a lot better. I think I'm happy with the level of grout that's in there now. Tomorrow we'll give this another wipe, and it's very diluted grout on top now, so that should just dry to a kind of a powdery film. There's a fair bit on the walls, but we didn't want to wipe them down too much, because if the grout in between gets too wet, it'll kind of drip down. But yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect job, but it didn't really cost us anything apart from materials, so happy days. I might fit this shower door tomorrow then, and figure out what to do here actually, because we have a thick plasterboard with a thin backer board. So maybe I'd double up the backer board. Maybe that's the thing to do actually, instead of trying to plaster it. Double up the backer board. And this wall, maybe we do the same thing there. Let's see. Okay. The time is 7 minutes to midnight. Alright. I'll clock off early then. I'll take the few minutes. I'll go over and I'll check out a few of the YouTube Actually, we're coming towards Christmas now. I don't know, let's get it now, let's fuck it up at Christmas. And everyone's doing their 6 months time lapse, or their 1 year time lapse, or their 2 year time lapse. So I gotta look for some ideas for that. I'll take 7 minutes to do some research. Catch you later. Evening, folks. Saturday. Feels like nothing's getting done. It's December the what, Claire? I don't know, like 12th, 14th or something. It's Saturday, yeah. I just got a visit from my parents. But this is my battery charging station at the bedroom, which is looking lovely and neat. This is going to be the last room we do, myself and Claire's bedroom and bathroom. We're just rushing to get everything else done. Stay in the light a little bit. My parents came today and we were going to proceed with the shower, but because it was Christmas and there's nowhere really to entertain people, I'll just move to the light. There's nowhere really to entertain people in the caravan, and during the summer it's grand to entertain people because we have a kind of an outdoor seating area. We just wanted somewhere nice just for them to sit down and have a cup of tea. So we moved our first piece of furniture into the house. A little prematurely perhaps, but I know, can we see it here now? It's a sofa. Do we even have a light here? Nope. But we have the fireplace going, and we thought, feck it, let's throw up a few Christmas lights as well. So it's actually lovely and cozy in here. A little bit messy, and it was wonderful to kind of welcome my family and some visitors into a nice warm house for the first time in a very long time. We even have a tiny Christmas tree. For years we used to have nice Christmas trees with the kids. I kind of had a bit of a guilt over it that since we moved to Dubai we started to use fake Christmas trees. It was hard to get real ones and we didn't want to. And then when we came back to Ireland, you know, you get your real Christmas tree, but we had underfloor heating and the tree be dead by the 20th of December. So as we moved down here, we thought, why not buy a brand new live Christmas tree? It's still in the container, and at the end of Christmas we plant it in the garden, and it can be Christmas 2023, Christmas 24. We'll have them all lined up. It'll be nice to see that they're still there. So let me just get some lights in here. I can show you what else we're up to. Okay, I got some light. Basically I just wanted to show what we were planning. Yes, you may say hi to everybody.
Hi, it's Kira. I'm never on this.
And why aren't you on this, Kira?
Because I'm doing psychology and I'm on placement and I have a life and I work. So.
And you don't help with the house.
Well, I do bits and bobs here and there and I make dinners, so like...
Kira provides all of our dinners via HelloFresh for us every evening, supporting our building endeavours. Correct.
Yes, sponsored?
Sponsored by Kira.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we have our house and here we have our couch and everything is wonderful. I mean, there's no insulation upstairs, so I suppose there's a bit of a draft. Claire's working on that. But what we... Rooney! Shush, shush! But what we really notice is this gaping big hole. This used to be going out to the kitchen. We're in two minds what we want to do with it. Do we want to put sliding doors? Do we even want to have a door? Claire bought some curtains, some thermal curtains for it, but I don't know, they're here. When she opened them up, they were the wrong size. They only came halfway through it. So just to get us through the next few weeks, we want to cover it up a little bit. I'm actually taking the original door, which I really like, and I was going to repurpose somehow, but it fits the frame perfectly, so I am going to try and reuse it. Now the problem with the frame is the hinges are on that side, but so is the step, so we would never be able to open the door with the hinge on this side. So what I am going to try to do right now is to take the hinges off and try to take the stop off from here. Use my little multi-tool, see if I can get through it, and fit the door on the other side. At some point I might do something to seal this, but for the time being, yeah, let's see if we can do that. This is what I'm up to. I might just pass it over to Claire and she can show you what she's up to.
The bottom.
Okay.
And
2 minutes.
The cat helps you.
Cat is building control.
16, 19 at the top. 19 at the top, 16 at the bottom.
Is that right, Cat?
Yes! Oh!
So Claire, what's happening?
So we are laying the floor.
We're joined by our son tonight.
Climbing up your legs.
Screw you, Cat.
And
I'm pointing
yes,
at Mom.
we're laying the floor, hoping just to get it down. With this underlay. We've got a problem here because the floorboard by both top windows was completely rotten.
Completely
Gone.
melted away.
So we need to just replace that. So we decided we're going to cut a piece of our OSB, which we've loads of. So I've just measured it there and away we go.
Yeah.
So we've just come down from doing the floor. I'm not sure if you can even see me.
Here. Oh, no, a huge slide. No, it's not plugged in.
Oh no, because he's there. It's fine, leave it. But anyway, you can kind of see me. And because we have very few sockets that are working here now. And we came down and we didn't know where Rooney was because she was very quiet. And when she's very quiet, she's somewhere quiet and sneaky. So we came down to have a look at the lights. And there she is in the chair.
In the fancy armchair with the Christmas
With
cushions
the new Christmas cushion.
right in front of the fire.
Rooney
In front of the lights. Show the Christmas lights. Morning, folks. Sunday morning. Last night was a very good night with the couch and with the fireplace, and we had a lovely dinner. Brought down roast beef again from my dad, and we sat in front of the fire for a while in our Christmas decorations, which was lovely. There was a chill from the back, and I spent a lot of last night trying to cut part of the door frame off because I need to hang the door on the opposite side, and this thing seems to be made of, I don't know, kryptonite or titanium. It's impossible to cut. Must be a serious freaking hardwood. It went through 2 blades and 4 batteries of my reciprocating saw to get that and this off. So all the 4 batteries I was charging. I do have some other batteries, but they're not really great. I was keeping my 4 best batteries. So this has to be done today, and I had to pause this because today is our deadline to get the shower all fitted. So I'm going to move the electric shower in there and set up the water, and I need to fit this shower screen, which is a bit fiddly. I'm going through instructions now. That'll tell you how fiddly it is. And Claire is cracking on with the floorboards upstairs, just prepping the way for her until she can't lift the boards, and I'll go up and help. And she has found another live wire that I didn't realize was live. So I'm just about to cut this. I have all my assortments of safety tools to tell me it's safe to do so, and I've isolated it to 1 final circuit breaker. Then I think we'll be down to 2 sockets in the house. So yeah, we'll make do with that, I'd say. That's my updates. You'll see me popping in and out of Claire's video as she needs my help. Over to you, Claire.
Okay, off we go up the stairs. Just about to cut my final piece for the last run of this side. So I have it measured here. It's like 219 on one side and 221 on the other. So it's 2 centimeters shorter on one side than the other. So I'm just going to cut this now and then fit it up at the top corner there. And then my plan is to move all of this framing wood onto what we've laid in the middle, and I can continue flooring the rest with the hope that by the end of today I'll have a coat of varnish down on one part of it to be protected, because as we walk over it, it is getting very dirty. So I'm conscious to, even though it's only dust really, I want to try and keep them as clean as possible. It's just difficult when you're walking over it all the time. So I'm going to set you up on a time lapse and you can see how we get on. Hopefully we'll see some progress. Yeah, okay. Careful here now because you don't know where the edge is. We're trying to do this in stages so that we can still keep stuff up here but also have it ready to varnish parts of it. So I thought, we actually have a gamer up here at night, hence all the PlayStation stuff there in the corner. So I thought I would quickly varnish this one in the corner. Then when it's dry, I'll put cardboard down on it and I'll put his stuff back.
I have a huge piece of cardboard from the shower glass.
I have a huge piece just here as well. So, and then we're just about to put these 3 down. And then once those 3 are down, I can calculate what I need for the pieces that are left, put in the cement board and move any excess shit, beep, to these 2, which aren't really going to be,
careful of the hole, which
we're gonna just use just to store stuff on, these 2 in by the window. So that's what we're at now. Back at the floor, sneaked up here at lunchtime when I'd no cats, dogs or children to walk up here, and I got 4 panels done. It's starting to look really nice actually. This one has had 2 on it now. The light is so poor up here that it's hard to even see. We have so little sockets now that we literally just have about 2 or 3 in the whole house that we're working off. I'll try and, my aim today is to finish off the rest of the woodwork of the floor. I won't be able to varnish then until tomorrow morning or tomorrow lunchtime again, but that's fine because then I won't have anybody up here, so it'll be perfect time. So yeah, I'll put you somewhere where, it's just a case of literally moving everything about just to fit in the next part. But at least bottom of Kira's bathroom has gone in now and that's not coming out. So that's there for good. And we can literally build around it now. So this cement board that we put down here is underneath the whole lot, up to the frame. That heater, that infrared heater which is against the wall, was there because we had a leak from the previous bath that was here. It's not too bad, but I was just concerned about drying that out before we got all of the cement board down. Now it has dried out really well, so I was just finishing it off, giving it a blast today. So no, it's good, it's looking good. And of course the cement board then will go down up here as well, exactly the same, mirror exactly the same on this side under the Velux. So that'll be Ashton's bathroom. So yeah, it's slowly coming together, and we're getting there. I'll pop you on time lapse now, so that you can watch me faff about moving stuff around and fitting in the rest of the boards. I'm on the other side now, finishing off. And this side is looking pretty good now. It's actually starting to smooth out. And before I was wondering why it wasn't smoothing out, but now I can see the more layers you put on, the smoother it becomes. So this side is as much as I can do. There's one that I just need to shave the end off just to slide it in. But other than that, it's done. So now this is just going to be sort of like a mirror image, really. This will be the bathroom. This is the cement floor, board going down, and then I just need to fill in the gaps, and then I can place everything on the cement board and varnish the lot. So just going to get Rob to have a quick look at the cement board, because
Yes,
it's sticking out a small bit, but I don't think it matters, but just before I start cutting.
Reporting for booty, sir.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna have a chat about this and I'll pop you on time lapse. Okay, finally, floor is done. Stairs is gone. Banister is gone. There's just a hole. Dog is looking confused. But the whole lot is floored. Both bathrooms have cement board down in the corners, so it is ready to be framed. So yeah, it's a good day. I'm going to put this sort of mini scaffolding thing, the step, just over the stairs here by the dog, so that nobody falls down the hole. Don't you think, really? Will anybody fall down the hole, Roo? I hope you don't fall down the hole. Will you fall down the hole? No. You clever girl. Most of the time. Okay. So yeah, so that wraps up the evening. I'm going downstairs now to see how Rob got on with his shower and water connections. So I'll talk to you later.
Oh, fucking hell. That is the problem. Plug. It's not actually a foot switch. It's just really wonky wiring. Anyway, hopefully it stays. Oh gosh. So, hello. Good evening from a very dark and a very deflated West Cork. I've been sick for about 2 weeks. Stomach stuff, kind of, I feel like I'm improving and then I get worse again. And let me tell you, being stuck in a caravan or coming across to a building site is not a nice place when you're sick. When you're full of energy and you're building, it's happy days, but it's no bueno when you're a little bit of a sick head. Anyway, I can't just sit down and do nothing or let Claire do everything herself. So I'm doing small things every evening. I don't know if I showed you, but I put up this shower door. All of this has been grouted. It still needs to be cleaned. We kind of have said as we start using this for showers, we will clean it. I have pressure tested the cold water system and everything works, surprisingly. And there are no leaks. I still need to connect this hot water supply. Those things should have come from Screwfix, actually. Why didn't they come? I got a big order from Screwfix, but they weren't on it. What I should do here now, actually, is do a little bit more electrical stuff for a ventilation going up there and a light going here. The reason I have not is because I have done the wiring for the shower. However, the wiring has to go Oh, you can't really see it. It has to go all the way up that rafter to the top, to the ridge, and down the other side. It needs to come out underneath these floorboards and come back to our consumer unit. I haven't done that because we don't have a conduit upstairs, or we don't have walls. So Claire's been working away on the chipboard upstairs. Next step probably tomorrow is to build walls, and when we're doing the walls upstairs I'll do the conduits. So shower paused. What are you gonna do? What I did last night also is all of these water fittings, and although these are push fit connections, they're meant to be really good for, so although these are meant to be kind of easy to use, they're bloody bulky, so they're really hard to fit in a kind of a 16-inch gap. Anyway, some were developing leaks, so I had to take it all apart, put it back in, blah blah blah, in and out. And all this PEX pipe, it really doesn't want to go straight. It just loves to be curled up. But anyway, managed to get it all working eventually. So that's had me going for a few days. In between that, I have been working on this with Clare. This is eating our batteries and eating our blades, but I'm almost finished actually. We just have this one last part to put across. And hopefully I'll do that tonight, and I am going to be able to then see if we can hang the door. I have a few latches that I like the look of. I'm not sure they're going to work. As you can see here, this hinge has quite a lot of wood here that it can be mounted on, and they've rendered basically up to the edge of the hinge, whereas on this side they have rendered all the way flush, so there's no way we can attach it there. So I got to be creative. The door has to open inwards, so we can't put a hinge here, we can't put it at the back. I don't know, I got to figure something out. But and then then we gotta find a piece of glass to go in here. I'm not sure I have the correct size, but I'll put something there for just to break over Christmas. So Claire's just moving wood upstairs, and then we're gonna measure out the rooms and maybe space them out. So nothing to record. I might just throw a little bit of time lapse on this, but yeah, nothing too exciting to be honest. Maybe I won't even time lapse it. Maybe I'll just come back to you when I'm done and feeling better and Ashton's quiet. Well, good evening from another dark West Cork. Countdown is happening. It's about... I don't know actually. I think it's about 15th of December. Claire is off tomorrow, which is Friday. She's gonna blitz through a load of chores Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She's off Monday as well. And that's gonna put us around the 21st of December. So hopefully we'll start to wind down properly and take a nice break over Christmas. But one of the things that was on our list was this door project. So, standing in the whatever, we wanted to keep this door. We wanted to keep as much as we can actually. This door, I believe, was the original front door. Tyvek. There was glass there at one point, but it was just, if you remember, it was aluminium. Metal was over it, and there was an extractor fan coming out. So I reckon this door was at the front of the building. And they... Oh, here comes Claire. Hello. You sorted?
Showing off my new door.
Yeah, why not? I was just saying how I think this door was at the front originally because we measured up the size. And this was old, obviously, so they moved it here. But it's actually put on backwards. So one of the things I had to do was to chop all of the frame out, the parts that... This should be kind of like, this side should be big because the door closed against it and this was to stop drafts. However, they flipped it around. I don't know why it was flipped around here. That's why, that's one of the reasons why I think it came from here. I can see this is where the actual lock was. Really cool actually, turn of the century. Where's it gone, Claire?
It's just there, just down on the ground outside the door.
Effect on the ground. Outside the door, no respect. So this is a really cool turn of the century. I don't know what you call it. Locking mechanism? I presume, yeah, I suppose. It was nailed on with these big nails. And it was upside down. So not only is this door moved from one side to the other, it was put on upside down. So that was one of the things. So you can see how this lock is quite low actually. And well, that's because when it was the correct way around, it was quite high. What you can see is this is where the older Suffolk latch and lock would have gone. So this is a cheaper sort of a Suffolk latch and lock, but we got a handcrafted set, which is really nice, latch and lock there, that we would like to put on, and it'll be... Do you mind? Is this another one? Oh, that might have been another point.
Why is it called a Suffolk latch?
That's just from where it was originally sort of designed. There was a couple of different of them, but it's very nice hand forged hinge as well. Now I was just testing at the moment, so I wasn't sure they were going to stay, but we do have, or they're kind of like the original hand forged screws as well, which have they had a straight line screw. What's it called? A flathead screw.
Oh yes.
And but I wasn't sure it was going to stay, so I just had the impact driver and I just drew it up with these. We'll replace these one at a time, or Claire will replace it tomorrow with the correct ones. Claire, can you stop making noise?
Sorry.
Whipping up. Is the kettle on?
Yes, behind you.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Okay. So what was I saying before all this noise came about? So anyway, the door is upside down. It's from the front, we think. It's had at least 2 different type of locks on it, and I'm gonna keep it upside down. At some point this window has probably been put in. It may have been a 3-paneled sort of an affair, but yeah, this has just been put in recently. I'm gonna keep it upside down because it kind of fits the frame that's in it. Now I did have to cut off the front of the frame because it was reversed, but I'm going to add a little bit of wood there as just a stopper, just to stop draft coming through, and we're gonna make a threshold down the bottom. So yeah, so we're gonna keep the door, only because it fits and it looks quite nice. The hinges were originally there, and the hinges were put on flush and it opened outwards. We could have kept it as is, but we put the step here, so there was no way that was going to open outwards. And we will tidy it all up, or Claire will tidy it all up closer to the summer or next year. But for the moment, until we get a threshold and a lock, I'd say we will fabricate some sort of a daft excluder and just pop it in. But pretty happy with that. How happy are you with that, Claire?
I absolutely love it. I've loved that door from the start.
This door?
And
I thought you loved the front door.
I love both of them because they're kind of real solid doors and super fucking heavy, so I'm really impressed with the hinges. And also, I think when I get my hands on it and I get a chance to strip it, it's gonna look amazing. So really looking forward to that. But now that you've hung that, I'm thinking the front door we were thinking of putting on in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it doesn't quite fit, but maybe it should go on our bedroom door. Our bedroom.
Yeah, I was thinking that, alright.
Because it's short and low and it's lovely. And I'd still keep the knocker on the front of it, like, you know, it's really lovely.
It's not a knocker.
Or the big brass
the handle.
Handle, yeah.
Yeah.
And the post thing on it. You know, it's really...
The post box.
Yeah, which has been taken off and put sideways.
Yeah, like everything in these projects.
But I'm thrilled because...
We're going to have to start
I
a section,
didn't
Claire,
know-
called Claire's Tales from the Fire in her little granny chair.
I love this chair. This is another thing that was in the house. This chair is just amazing. It's super wide.
I love how low it
It's
is to the
super
ground.
low. And it was upstairs in this bedroom in front of the window, which is perfect because the windows are so low upstairs. So it's a lovely chair. Eventually we probably, well, if we don't keep it here, we'll put it up in the sitting area between the two bedrooms. And especially now that I've got my Christmas cushions and I found all the cushions that I could use them all. So it's great. And really found her bed today in the barn.
She looks quite comfortable on it.
I was a bit concerned because we want to put the kids upstairs and I was thinking they're going to have to go in on their caravan mattresses. But today I found the single mattresses. We have 3. One big fat one that was originally in this house, which is in perfect condition, and 2 trundle mattresses which we could put together for one on top of each other, maybe. Or I was thinking if you really were stuck, you could put 2 pallets down, just put the mattresses on top of the pallets.
You don't know where the trundles are?
Trundles in storage.
Really?
Yeah, because when we moved out of the house, we put the kids on the floor.
Do we?
On their mattresses, yeah.
Jeez.
So everything went to
Bit of tough
storage.
life.
But it'll be nice when we take the stuff out of storage. So the tea might be ready now.
Well earned tea after a bit of carpentry.